20 fun facts about hippos.
Contents. Hello.
Hello! Huge hippo. Living lot with the river hippo. Always time for a dip. Always time for a dip. Hungry. Have for hippos. Big baby hippos. Angry and dangerous. Pygmy hippos. Have the hippo. Glossary for more information. Index.
Hello.
Hello, huge hippo. When when you when you think of hippopotamuses or hippos, you probably think of the large river hippo found in East Africa. There's a smaller species of hippo to the pygmy hippopotamus of West Africa. Both kinds of hippos have adaptations that help them live in hot habitats. Both species like the water. In fact, the word hippopotamus comes from the Greek Greek words for horse and water. However, hippos aren't the same as horses. They are more closely related to pigs.
The river hippo is.
The river hippo is sometimes called the common hippo or the Nile hippo. Pygmy is a word used to describe a small form of an animal. River hippopotamus. Living lot with the river hippo. Fact 1. River hippos are the third largest land animals. On land, all elephants and the rhinoceroses are larger than river hippos. All elephants are heavier. Hippos can be as long as 16.5 feet, 5 meters, and they weigh more than 900 pounds. 490 kilograms. Female hippos are smaller than males. They may weigh only about 3,000 pounds. 360 kilograms.
Hippo's skin.
The hippo's skin is called as hide. The hippo's skin is called this hide. A river hippos has long weighs about 1,000 pounds, 454 kilograms. 2. A hippo's teeth can grow to more than 1 foot, 30 centimeters long. Weight and length aren't the only big things about river hippos. Some of the teeth. Core tusks keep growing throughout their lives. A river hippos' two very long tusks are used mostly for fighting other hippos. Hippos are usually found in lakes and rivers with slow-moving waters. Fact 3. River hippo herds can have as many as 200 members. Hippo groups are called many things: herds, bloods, pods, and
cities.
Usually, about 15 hippos live together in an area with one man in charge. When there's a drought, there's less water. Then a hippo held my share its water with another head for a time. Always time for a dip. Factor 4. An adult hippo can stay underwater for 5 minutes or longer. River hippos beat the African heat by staying in rivers and lakes much of the day. They often keep their whole bodies underwater in shallow water. Just the tops of their heads stick out. However, they attempt at holding their breath if they need to go into deeper water. Fact 5. A hippo has built-in water goggles. A river hippo is so heavy it can float or swim. To cross a deep river, it walks on the river bottom. Its nose and ears close and up underwater. See-through eyelids cover its eyes but still let it see where it's going. The eyelids are like built-in goggles. Fact 6. A hippo can hear underwater by feeling sound waves. Over hippo's ears. Like its eyes are near the top of its head. So, when a hippo lies inside the water, it sees and hears what's going on outside the water. It can also hear sounds in the water through its jaws. The jaw bones feel underwater sound waves. People once thought the red ooze coming from the hippo's skin was blood. Now they know it's a hippo's way to keep cool. 7. Hippos make their run sunscreen. A hippo needs to keep its hide wet. It can't sweat to keep cool like people do. However, when a hippo isn't in the water, its body makes a thick reddish ooze. The ooze comes out of its hide and keeps it wet as well as sunburn free. Fact 8. Hippos have webbed feet. However, hippos' webbed feet don't look much like a duck's feet, but they help the hippo paddle through water just the same. The webbing also spreads out when a hippo steps onto land. This helps support the hippo's heavy weight. Hungry! For hippos. Fact 9. A hippo may eat 150 pounds, 68 kilograms of grass in one night. River hippos mainly eat grass. A hippo stores enough grass in its stomach to go days without eating. All that grass they eat actually helps supply other animals with food. By burning of the grass, they cause new grass to grow. By biting of the grass, they cause new grass to grow. Fact 10. Hippos make roads for other animals. Hippos eat at night when the air is cooler. They sometimes walk a few miles to find food. And they walk the same path every night. This crushes the plants along the way, creating a path for other animals to use. Hippos may climb cliffs in order to reach tasty grass. Fact 11. Hippos provide food and rest for other animals. Hippos are an important part of their habitat. Turtles lay on hippos' back to take in the warm sun, but stand on hippos' back to fish. Underneath the hippo, Fish eat dead skin and food of the hippos hide. Some even eat a hippo's waste. Leopards and turtles rest and fish off their back. Eat old grass. It causes new grass to grow. Young hippos help their habitats. Make paths for other animals to follow to and from the water. Provide food for fish. Big baby hippos. Fact 12. Many baby river hippos called calves are born underwater. Female hippos are called cows. They mate with bulls or male hippos. The cow gives birth to one calf. Just 8 months later. She may give birth on land or in the water. If the calf is underwater, the mother pushes the calf to the surface to breathe. Calf begins to eat grass when it's about 3 months old. Fact 13. River hippo calves are about 10 times as big as a human baby. Compared to adult hippos, baby river hippos are small. Baby river hippos are small, but compared to human babies, they're huge. A calf is usually between 50 to 110 pounds, 10 kilograms to 50 kilograms. It can hold its breath for at least 30 seconds. It even drinks as much as underwater. Strangely, bulls may attack calves in water but not on land. Fact 14. Mother hippos sometimes visit for other mother hippos. Mother hippos stay in the water for several days with their calves. On land, baby hippos may be attacked by hungry lions, crocodiles, hyenas, and leopards. If a mother hippo needs to leave the water, another mother may wash her baby for her. Angry and dangerous. Fact 15. Hippos are one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. River hippos seem peaceful, lie in the water and munching on grass. However, hippos kill more people in Africa each year than any other animal. Hippos may attack a person to cut turtle or calves. They've been known to run more than 15 miles, 24 kilometers per hour. Fact 16. Having a big mouth can help a hippo in a fight. When a hippo is ready for a fight, it doesn't attack right away. Instead, it puts on a show. If two bulls are fighting, they stand in front of each other and open their mouths very wide to show off their teeth. The smaller bull usually backs off. Fact 17. Hippos are one of the loudest African animals. When hippos decide to fight, they make extremely loud noises. Then they swing their heads and use their teeth to slash each other. A hippo may be deeply wounded after a fight and can even die. Many hippos have scars on their hides from fights. Pygmy hippos. Fact 18. Pygmy hippos live in rainforests. Pygmy hippos look a lot like their relatives, but they are much smaller. Also, they're good swimmers. They spend less time in the water. They live in thick rainforests and swamps near rivers. Like river hippos, pygmy hippos eat grass. They also eat roots, fruits, and other plants they find. Penguin hippo. Less than 3,000 left in the wild. Up to 600 pounds. 270 kilograms. About 2.5 feet. 8 meters. Tall eyes on sides of head. Up to 5.7 feet. 1.7 meters long. Spent more time on land. Live about 35 years.
그리고 히포.
Both river hippo between 125,000 and 148,000 left in the wild. Up to 900 pounds. 495 kilograms. About 55 feet. 1.5 meters tall. Eyes on top of head. Up to 16.5 feet. 5 meters long. Spent more time in water. Live about 45 years. Both at night and eat at night. Grow long tusks. Open their mouths to scare each other. Have ooze to protect skin. Eat grass. Fact 19. Pygmy hippos abound on land. Unlike river hippos, pygmy hippos have adaptations for life on land. Their eyes are on the sides of their head rather than the top. Their feet have less webbing so they can walk on land easily. To cool down during the day, pygmy hippos can swim or hide in shady forests. You might hear a pygmy hippo before you see it. They are known for being loud mantras. Fact 20. Almost all pygmy hippos in use in us zoos can be traced to one hippo. In 1927, a pygmy hippo from the African country of Liberia was given to us. US President Kevin Coolidge. This hippo, named Billy, is the ancestor of nearly all the pygmy hippos in us US zoos today. Have the hippos once were found in many more places in Africa than they are today. Hundreds of river hippos occurred each year. People want the land where these hippos eat. They also use the water from hippos homes to water crops. Some people sell hippo meat in tusks. Pygmy hippos face pollution in the rivers. They are also losing their forests, have homes, as people cut them down for wood. More must be done to help hippos, big and small. These river hippos live safely and happily in Kruger National Park in South Africa. Adaptation, a change in the type of animal that helps stay alive in a particular habitat. In ancestor, a family member that lived long ago. Drought, a long period of very dry weather. Goals, special classes that got the eyes. Habitat, an area where plants, animals, and other living things live. Hyena, a meat-eating animal that looks much like a dog and lives in Africa and Southern Asia. Jaws, the bones that hold the teeth and make up the mouth, made to come together to make babies. Shallow, not deep. Species, a group of animals that are all of the same kind.